Hello, and it's been a while since I've done one of these, but welcome to my very first F123 video. And it's not going to be my team career mode, it's going to be uh, Breaking Point 2, which returns after, well, I guess they did the first Breaking Point uh, back in F121, if I recall correctly. And they did not do one last year, but now they've brought it back for a continuation of the story, involving a lot of the characters that were in the first Breaking Point, plus some new ones. Um, so there is that. Should be a lot of fun. Um, I have done some F2 stuff basically since the F game or since F123 came out. I've been playing a lot of F2 stuff, just like an F2 championship in career mode, not my team career mode, but normal career mode, just to get unlockables and stuff like that. Um, and just trying to get some stuff for career mode and my team career mode, I should say. And I'm going to be starting that soon-ish. Probably once I finish Breaking Point, I'll dive into career mode. Um, and as far as F122 goes, I do plan at some point on going back, because I did sort of get that started. I do want to finish it, but I don't know when that's going to be. So that's way down the line, though. But let's get into Breaking Point. Well, actually, yeah, I'll just go to Breaking Point first. Let's talk about the car handling another time. Uh, so I think I'm going to go for the middle difficulty, make it challenging but not too hard. Let's see, assists, custom, steering assist off, braking assist high. Just going through all the settings. Don't use steering assist, do use braking assists, traction control, corners only, 3D. Okay, that's all good, like that. Rules and flags. Pit stop experience will be broadcast. Simulation settings. Unlimited flashbacks. Okay. Accessibility options. Leave that go. Audio settings. And the controls are the controls. So, as always, I'm probably just going to sort of, well, not sort of, I'll unplug my headset here, and I'll just let the cutscenes and stuff play. I'll probably plug back in when it's like sort of that in-between period where it's not a cutscene and it's not like on-track stuff, it's like you're reading emails and stuff. I'll probably plug back in for that. I have seen the story already, so I do know how it plays out, but get the chance to go through it myself. So here we go. We are going to start Breaking Point 2.
Previously in Breaking Point.
Aiden, please tell us, how does it feel to be on the verge of getting behind the wheel for your very first race?
I feel like a little kid. I look around and I'm surrounded by my heroes.
And tell me about Casper Ackerman. How is that relationship coming along?
It wasn't my fault.
Well, whose fault was it then?
He tried to stop them from signing you. Didn't want to play babysitter. We all feel sorry for you, mate. You never stood a chance with him.
I had a call this morning from Christian Horner. You're being watched.
You know what his problem is, don't you? Thinks you're getting too old.
You want respect, you give respect. That's how it works. How about you give me a little respect? How about you earn it first? I'm done. You what? I'm retiring. Why didn't it work out between you two? He's on more money than me.
What? He didn't want me on the team.
Didn't I? And you thought I was past my best.
So none of this is true?
There's always gossip in the paddock. And ever since he's arrived, there's been one man at the centre of it all. I want us to push for fourth. I want us to beat Butler. And I want that seat to go to you.
So Alfa Romeo potentially on track to really upset Alfa Tauri here. Butler's closing in on Ackerman. Down the inside he goes, and they've hit each other. Butler into the barrier, and that looks to be the end of the race for him. The Dutchman looks to be continuing and...
It's great to see him still in this fight, Crofty.
Go for third, Aiden. What about Casper?
We let Aiden pass.
Let Aiden pass.
We did it.
We did it. Have you seen the crasher?
Butler's okay?
Bruised ego, perhaps.
What was it like bringing a brand new team to the F1 grid?
You know, the first time you see a car, your car, with your branding, your name on it, in an official race, alongside Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, that's what it's all about.
You make it sound like a dream come true.
If only.
When did you first get a sense of what was in store for Konnorsport?
2022 season, straight out of the box. The drivers were always going to clash. That was a calculated risk. But the car... the car had problems.
We're midway through the Miami Grand Prix. It's been a cracking race so far, and it's all up for grabs.
Absolutely, Crofty. Some fantastic driving here today. Especially, I have to say, from Aiden Jackson. I don't think I've ever seen the Konnorsport car being put through its paces quite like this.
This is a team, Konnorsport, that have got a lot to prove this season, but Jackson might just be the man to do it.
Okay, Aiden, nice job so far. Let's try and bring that gap down to the car ahead if you can.
Copy that.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Good job. Nice overtake. car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now. Gap to your teammate behind is 8.8 seconds. Gap to the car in front is 6.1 seconds. And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I'm losing power! Why am I losing power?
Copy that, we see it, we're looking into it. Okay, I'm afraid you're going to have to retire the car, please, Aidan. Retire the car.
You're joking!
I'm sorry, Aidan. Pull over now, please. Pull over now.
This is getting ridiculous!
And that's agonising for Jackson. Just a few laps left to go, and he's out of the Miami Grand Prix.
With every race, the car looks like a constant problem for Konnorsport. It must be devastating for the drivers.
Confirmation as the car comes to a halt. The Konnorsport's Aiden Jackson won't be seeing the checkered flag today, but it looks like his teammate will. Jackson's DNF puts Devon Butler in a position where he might just be able to secure some points for Konnorsport.
Aiden's out. Yep, engine problem, I'm afraid.
Good job you got me.
All right, Devon, don't push it too hard. We cannot risk losing both cars here.
It's in the bag, mate.
All okay, Aiden?
Yeah, how's Devon doing?
Yeah, he's doing all right, mate. He looks like he's going to bring home some points for the team.
Good for him.
If it's not one thing, then it's another. Did you not see what happened out there today?
Aiden, I agree with you 100%. We are doing everything we can. I know the car is not perfect, but...
Andreo, it's every race. Do you know how I look losing easy points like this?
Knock, knock. Sounds like there's a right show going on in here. What am I missing?
Not now, Devon.
Aiden and I were just discussing issues with the car.
Again? I thought that was all in hand. I had no problems today. Smooth. You know what they say? A shoddy workman always blames his tools. mate. You can look at my setup data any time you want. I've told you that. It might help.
And I've told you before, it's not a setup issue. The problem is...
Jackson, that was the problem with the 2022 season. Ask anyone. I mean, at the end of 21, everyone thought Aiden was going to be signed by one of the big three. But, guess they couldn't reach an agreement, so we both signed for Konnorsport.
And do you think that affected Aiden?
That's no secret. Now, for that 22 season, Jackson was a nightmare.
All right, so I think I mentioned this already, but this is sort of the part where I will jump in and do some talking when it's sort of like the news email stuff. So, of course, Aiden Jackson running very well in Miami, but as the case with, I guess, the first part of the 2022 season, the Konnorsport car continues to give him problems, and he was forced to drop out of the race with a engine problem, presumably, while his teammate, Devon Butler, scored points. So, of course, the conflict will continue there. So look through some of the things here. Performance and reputation. News, social, emails, and phone calls can all be impacted by your actions elsewhere in Breaking Point 2. Alright.
Aiden, hey, I wanted to give you a heads up. Now look, the crew has shared the latest telemetry data with us.
Fine, but I don't think it will tell me anything I don't already know.
Just humor me, okay? I'd like you to go through it. Let me know if anything jumps out. I'm keen to iron out these problems as quickly as possible for you.
Sure thing. Thanks, Andrea.
No thanks needed. I've got your back, Aiden. Remember what I said when you joined the team. I won't let you down. Ackerman won't let me hear the end of it.
Yeah, sounds like Casper. You know he told me the same, right? It's just tricky, what with the car and Devon poking his nose in any chance he gets.
There is a lot going on for sure, but we're a team. We'll get there. I'll have a word with the Devon. Tell him to give you some space, both on and off the track, okay?
Yeah, alright. Good luck with that.
Alright, let's go into the news. Uphill struggles at Konnorsport. Challenges of setting up a Formula One team, but as we know, any newcomers will always face an uphill struggle to compete on an even footing with their more experienced and well-established contemporaries, which is only one of the many challenges that Konnorsport are currently facing. Formed by Andrea Connor, the owner and CEO of the globally recognized Konnorsport brand, this racing team is an outfit with a lot to prove. Yet, with a car that is showing all the signs of, let me start that again. Yet, with a car that shows all the signs common to a fledgling team, with constant recurring faults that have marred almost every race since the start of the season, the question still remains: will Konnorsport have the fortitude to succeed where others have failed, or will they be left spinning their wheels, unable to find their form? From rivals to comrades, calculate risks at Konnorsport. Of course, we expected the rivalries between such heavy hitters as Hamilton and Verstappen to take center stage. And the race weekend so far this year haven't disappointed, but the real drama seems to be simmering a little further back on the grid this season. With Aiden Jackson and Devin Butler consistently bumping wheels both on and off the track last year, a trend that seems to have carried over, many fans have been left wondering if Konnorsport's gamble at signing the polarized pair has indeed paid off. From what we've seen so far, however, we propose that the jury's still very much out. Yeah, we just got a little thing about father-son duos in Formula One. Talking about the Butlers. Specifically, in this case, it's a very similar situation to Aston Martin, where we have one of the drivers is the son of the owner, and we'll be meeting the Devin Butler's father a little bit later on. And then a thing on Miami, and if you notice, that article is penned by a Lucas Weber, who of course in the original brief story mode in F1 2019, I want to say, was a big part, and it's pretty cool that they have the little Easter eggs keeping characters like him in the game. Social media. Of course, if you read some of these, you'll recognize some of them as very famous F1 YouTubers who have gone on to become bigger personalities in the F1, world, F1 fan community, as you want to say, or as I should say, or whatever. Tiamat Marduk, of course. I think some of these are just randoms. Got Erova in there. That Konnorsport car breaks down more often than mine. That's very funny. Alright. Emails. Got email from Andreo. And then, of course, Davidoff Butler, who is Devin Butler's father, and the, I guess, owner slash main investor in Konnorsport. Okay. Okay. And let's go to the next chapter. Konnorsport's maiden season continues to be marred by consistency, but team principal Andreo Connor remains hopeful that their luck will start to change as the paddock heads to Montreal. apologies for that brief delay, but another feature is that we get to do local media and stuff like that, and of course the answers can affect things going forward. So we are now Andre O'Connor answering, I believe, some media questions, but we'll see. Andrea will have to make difficult decisions, covering a range of topics during department events. How you choose to respond to these events will have a direct effect on many things, such as performance and reputation. They also may affect bonus objectives for upcoming races.
Hey, boss, got a couple of minutes?
Home circuit, Stroll, and Latifi put for the local media this weekend. One particular outlet appeared bent on using our recent struggles to pump up expectations of the home drivers. They indicated that Konnorsport were easy fodder for the Canadian pair, and that our drivers shouldn't put up much competition. Okay, I downplayed Stroll and Latifi. I don't think they're much of a challenge. Devin was on a popular streamer's channel earlier this week and promised a behind-the-scenes tour of our factory for next Thursday. This clashes with our scheduled team building days for engineers back at the factory. Normally, I would say we don't let Devin's flights of fancy interfere with our plans. But that video has received a lot of views. The streamer has contacted us to confirm the tour. What course of action would you like to take? I'll be neutral on this one.
Andreo! Just going over those last-minute strategy changes you sent over.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to make it clear, whatever happens out there today, I get pit priority, yeah?
Well, we'll see how the race develops. If you need priority, you'll get it. But I can't go into the race with that on the table.
Look. We all know Jackson's not pulling his weight. Now, if you want the points, I need to make sure he's not going to get in my way. Do you get me?
Devon, we've talked about this. Give Aiden some space. It's not about you getting in the way of each other. It's about everyone pulling together, racing as a team.
Of course. Yeah, so, hit priority, yeah? All right, ciao.
Devin being a little prick as per usual. A little bit on Andreo. World champions, a little bit on that. Then talking about Stroll and Latifi. Social. social stuff. Email from Casper. Yeah, attachment here. Alright, and I'll be going to the race momentarily.
Into turn two we go now. Butler comes out of the pit lane. Jackson is right there with him. This is dicey, Ant. Neither one of these two wants to give way.
This would have been a lot cleaner if Jackson had just let him go. He's just not giving him an inch.
they continue onwards, still wheel to wheel, almost touching there as well, as we head down the straight towards the next chicane. Nothing to separate either car, and through the chicane we go. And now Jackson sends them both off the track, and Butler over a curb. That looked nasty.
And I do believe that one of their cars is damaged here, Crofty. I think it's Butler.
Damage, Ant, but also they've lost places too.
Unbelievable and totally unnecessary as well.
Well, one damaged car, places now to make up. What a complete mess that was.
What was that? I didn't even think it was going to go.
Okay, calm yourself down. We'll look at it in the debrief later, but right now I want you to go and get those places back. Come on, let's go. Brilliant, nice move. Keep going. This is great. You're catching the car ahead very quickly now. Keep it up. Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 15.1 seconds. Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining. Yellow flag. Okay, clear. Okay, gap ahead is 3.6 seconds. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now. Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap. You're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep it up. And gap to the car in front is 2.2 seconds. And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
So it's been a day of drama here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve today. But Ant, what stood out for you?
Well, it must be the Konnorsport moment between the two drivers there, banging wheels, not giving each other room on track. It was entertaining, of course, but definitely for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, we enjoyed it, certainly. And Aiden Jackson, well, he'd have enjoyed the result. He did well to recover.
He did do well to recover, but, you know, you never want to see two cars, if you're the team boss, seeing two cars hit each other. It's rule number one, don't hit your teammate.
Given all the problems they've had this season, though, getting one car over the finish line, that's probably a big result for them today. Here come our winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
Aiden, just a heads up, we're putting the debrief back by 30 minutes.
Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Listen, while I've got you on, what happened out there today?
It wasn't my fault. Devon thinks he's the only one driving.
I don't want to dwell on it too much at the meeting, but this is not how you run a team. You know this.
Of course. It's just...
No, I don't want to hear it. We have enough problems as it is. Whatever has gone on between you two in the past, I need you to put it to bed.
Sure.
I don't want to have to talk to you like this, Aiden, and I'll be saying the same to Devon. Come on now.
Sure.
See you at the debrief.
Of course, Jackson and Butler coming together once again. How I, as Aiden Jackson, finished ahead of both Stroll and Latifi. Of course, this is our former team principal from the first breaking point in F121, Brian Doyle. Alright, let's go to the next chapter. With over half of the 2022 season now in the books, and having endured more than their with over half of the 2022 season now in the books, and having endured more than their fair share of teething issues, Aiden Jackson and the team at Konnorsport attempt to prove the doubters wrong and make a strong statement before heading into the summer break.
Hey there, can you raise that lamp about 6 inches, right? Excellent. A butler should always look sharp. So.
At what point in the 22 season was it clear to you that the team was struggling?
Oh, well, right after the Hungarian GP. I may only be the money, but even to me it was obvious. The whole thing was a shambles.
Yet again, Konnorsport's Jackson and Butler battling it out on track. It seems as
Hang
if
on
they...
2 seconds, Nats.
Okay, Devon, Aiden's lapping faster than you. I need you to let him pass, please. Devon, do you copy? Listen to me, I need you to let Aiden pass now.
Butler just completely blanking the order there. Seems like he didn't even acknowledge it.
Too true, but as you can see, no way through for Jackson. No way at all. This Konnorsport rivalry is getting heated on the track here in Hungary.
Oh, come on, this is a joke!
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Nice move, good job. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 1.8 seconds. You're in the top 10 now, keep it up. That's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Catching the car ahead by a couple of seconds a lap now, really good. Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Our gap behind is 1.7 seconds. And we're currently sat in 6th. Sainz ahead. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, Bottas behind. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 1.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. Our gap to first place is 12.3 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. gap to your teammate behind is 17.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. They're in 15th, and the time last lap was a 1:28.3. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining. Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
So Nats, who else out there deserves a mention today?
Well, I feel like there are a couple, but let's start with Aiden Jackson.
Couldn't agree more. Jackson had a brilliant race, didn't he?
Yeah, we know Konnorsport have struggled all season. Jackson's done really well today, and that's in spite of the problems with his own teammate.
Even before they became teammates, these two had their fair share of run-ins. It's a fascinating rivalry. You can't take your eyes off it for one moment. But nonetheless, some much-needed points today for Konnorsport. Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here.
Well, a good race out there again today, Aidan, but what we do all want to know, what exactly happened with Devon? It sounded like he completely ignored a direct team order.
Alright, here we're answering questions. So I don't think I want to go like too hard on him, because I ended up passing him and finishing well ahead of him. So I'll just go. No idea. What exactly?
I've no clue about that, Natalie. We're completely different strategies. That'd be for Devon to answer. I'm just focused on what I need to do.
Well, he did certainly seem to cause you some trouble out there today. And after that, and what happened in Canada, what would you say to those wondering if the old Jackson-Butler rivalry is well and truly back?
No, that's in the past, definitely. We're in the same team now. That's what matters. If there's anything that happens between me and Devon on track, it's because we're so focused on making Konnorsport a success. We're bound to tread on each other's toes from time to time.
So issues with Devon aside, how do you feel it went out there today? Do you think the team will be pleased with your performance?
Yeah, I think so. I did everything I could today, and you know the car performed really well. I think I found some good pace, and yeah, forgetting any other hiccups, I think the team will be happy.
So you mentioned the car there. In that regard, Konnorsport's not had the easiest of times so far this season. Has that all been sorted? Are those reliability concerns well and truly behind you?
I hope so. I mean, today was good. Yeah, there was no issues with the car. It's always difficult when a driver brings everything they've got and the car lets them down at the last minute. But, you know, I've been told the team has got it all under control, so yeah, we'll see what happens in the next few races.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Despite Devon's lack of cooperation during the race, Aiden still manages to get past his Konnorsport teammate and secure points for the team at the Hungaroring.
Okay, I'll leave that in your capable hands. Devon, you had a problem with a team order today?
Didn't happen.
What?
Look, I know everyone's saying I ignored it, but it didn't happen. I never got the order. Check the comms.
Shoddy workman always blames his tools, eh?
Check the comms.
Okay, we checked the communication pipeline. Fix it. This cannot happen again.
Typical.
Aiden, listen.
What's the point?
It's just Devon being Devon.
And what? That makes it okay? He's an arrogant...
No, you're right to call him out. But imagine if we didn't give him certain freedoms. He'd be even harder to manage. As his father, I know. Aiden, you're the best driver that we have. And it's right for you to put Devon in his place. He needs it. The team needs it.
Thanks. Between you and me, I don't think this team is right for me. I think...
Honestly, we don't deserve you. And I know that you're being discussed at other teams. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Sure. I'm sorry if I've spoken out of turn. About Devon.
Not at all. You know the best way to keep Devon in his place?
What's that?
Beat him.
Could you take a look at this, please?
Davidoff.
So, I had a word with Aiden.
And?
Nothing to worry about. Don't think there'll be any more problems.
What did you say?
Doesn't matter. We level with each other. Just leave Aiden to me from now on.
And, what about Devon?
What about Devon?
We both know it wasn't the comms, right?
Andrea, listen. Devon may push his luck from time to time, but I won't have his integrity questioned. If he says it was the comms, then you know what to do. Yes?
Right. Sure. I'll have them checked again.
See that you do.
All right. Reading through that. And just some of the mail going over events. Talking about Sebastian Vettel's retirement, Alonso moving to Aston, and Oscar Piastri moving to McLaren. We saw some of the effects of the decision there that we made. Lower team morale with the whole Devin Butler factory tour thing. Of course, no fault with the comms. All right. Let's see. I think this is where I'm going to stop for now. So, hope you enjoyed the first part of Breaking Point, Part 2. I guess I'll do this in 3 or 4 chapter chunks. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, at least that's the plan for now. Yeah, so a fun start to that Breaking Point Part 2, or Chapter 2, or not Chapter 2, but Breaking Point 2. And yeah, so that is going to be all for now as I wait for it to load back to the main screen. And yeah, I will see you next time for more Breaking Point stuff.